Somebody with a big ass crib. Witness me make it out the struggle, exhausted, chasing my dreams. Getting to the green. Now it's me you see up on your screen. Look, everything must go for the low up on that fucking block. Gotta watch my back, refuse to lack. Niggas so the glass stay fly. Some dope for the low. You can sell some smoke for the low. You can sell a hoe for the low. Niggas even get smoke for the low. Permanent pain, and you can see I'm scarred. Who would've thought death would be easy, but living will be so hard. So I pray to God before I'm sleeping at night. Cause I done did a lot of shit in my life, for real. Yeah, nigga know what it is, man. We just out here trying to get it, bro. Day for day, you heard me? Nigga don't know what the future holds. But until then, nigga gon' get it in. We get them pounds for the low. Up them rounds, let it blow. Never down on the score. I remember I was broke. Now I ain't hurt no more. Now I ain't hurt no more. We get them pounds for the low. Up them rounds, let it blow. Never down on the score. I remember I was broke. Now I ain't hurt no more. Now I ain't hurt no more.
Check us out. Keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio all night long. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? You help me get my Instagram on, man. Y'all know how it is. Get my Instagram on. It's very important that we do that. We connect with Instagram, connect with YouTube, connect with Facebook, connect with Twitter. And I hate Twitter for the record. I hate Twitter. Can't stand it. Trying to get into TikTok, but I can't stand Twitter. Check it out, y'all. This is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. We're about to get it started, man. We got two guests in the building tonight. Number one is a music artist right here. He goes by the name of Reed43 on Instagram. Reed43, that's REE43 on Instagram, y'all. The man on the end is coming up, man. He's coming on Real Talk 100 Radio's platform with a brand new show. We're going to let him introduce his show to y'all tonight. No more further ado, y'all. We're going to get into this thing. Oh, and we got a sponsor tonight. I can't leave her out.
Definitely not.
She's got some of the best sweet treats in all of Texas, y'all. She goes by the name of Nooney's Treats, y'all. Nooney's Treats on Instagram and Facebook. Nooney's Treats, that's her logo right there. I hope y'all can see it. If you can't, I will post it later. I believe I have it somewhere in the computer. Lisa might be able to put it up on the screen for us in a minute. But to me, the best peanut brittle in all of the world, man. But I don't know what she sent us tonight. Some cookies.
Yes, sir.
Some cookies tonight. Looks like some oatmeal raisins, maybe. Oatmeal raisins. Yeah, oatmeal raisins with pecans in this box right here. Nooney's Treats on Instagram and Facebook. Give her a like, give her a follow, give her some shares. Hey, give us some business too, because we support small businesses here at Real Talk 100 Radio 24/7, 365 days a year. When we're not supporting small businesses, we're supporting fellas like this here who are producing their own music. They're singer-songwriters, they're rappers, they write their own music. They're trying to get heard around the world. So that's our part in this thing. We're trying to get them heard worldwide. Reed, 43, what's going on, my man?
Shit, I'm coolin', man.
You
blessed to be here, bro.
Yes, sir. Nice to have you, man. Thank you for coming through. We met you via who? I don't know if that's mama or sister. Who is that?
What do you say?
She'll take sister.
Shanna over there.
Oh, that's my mom.
That's mama.
Yeah.
All right. She's so young looking, I couldn't tell, you understand? So forgive me, mama. We met her about a month ago at Lady Nate's place. Y'all check Lady Nate's place out. If you're a music artist in Houston, if you're a poet in Houston, y'all check her out. She does vendor events sometimes too. She gets artists out of town, on the road, on tours. She has showcases. Lady Nate, it's called The Getaway Place on Instagram and Facebook. That's where we met Mama at. And have you ever performed at The Getaway Place?
Yeah, I perform there a lot of times, man. Shout out to them. They doing their thing over there. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, we missed you, man. We used to be over there every night, man. But hard times hit, man, and we had to pull back from the scene a little bit. But we'll be back, man. We'll be back. Reed, if you were to say someone inspired you in the music game, who would you say inspired you to start rapping?
Tupac, Lil Wayne,
Boosie, and Boosie.
Yeah,
All right. Boosie a fool, man. You talking about Boosie Badass, right?
yeah.
He a fool.
Because you know I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so you know.
Okay, y'all like the boot originally?
Yeah.
Okay. How long y'all been in Houston?
I've been out here since like 2021.
That boy said I chill. I love it, man. I love it, man. He said I chill. Lisa does it sometimes being silly. You know, she white as snow. Lisa, where you at? I'm out
Be
here.
nice.
I'm out here. Yeah.
I cheer in these streets.
I appreciate you though, man. So y'all been in Houston how long again?
Since 2021.
2021. All right. And you've been rapping since how long?
Man, I started rapping like around 2012, man, when I was young. Like I've been doing this, but as I got older, I took it serious, like with the videos and all that.
Right.
You know.
Right. I just shared one of your songs on my story. What's the name of that song?
It's called "Give It to 'Em Raw."
Give It to 'Em Raw. How did you come up with that name?
I ain't gonna lie, I got that from Soulja Slim because he made a song called "Give It to 'Em Raw." Rest in peace, Soulja Slim. But I used that name because I liked it, and not only that, the stuff I was saying in my songs, it was, you know, I was giving it to him raw in the song with the stuff I was saying.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, that's why I named it that.
Love it, man. And you said you got it from who?
Soulja Slim.
Soulja Slim. A lot of people don't even know who that is. Like, you're too young to know who that is.
Man, I'm from the boot, man. You gotta know who that is, man. It's like pop in Louisiana.
Yes, sir. You're right about that. If you from Louisiana, the boot, and you don't know who Soulja Slim is, you ain't from the boot, man. You ain't from the boot at all. But okay, so we are with Reed43 on Instagram and Facebook, music artist, rapper. Go to my story. Go to Real Talk 100 Radio story. Check out one of his songs. But I want to touch on his number one song in his own mind right now. If you were to tell our listening audience and our panel here what your hottest song is right now, what is it?
I'm gonna keep it real. The hottest song that I got, it ain't even been released.
Okay.
I got so much unreleased stuff because I just been going to the studio so much, recording so much, but I ain't putting none of it out yet. But it's finna come out. But I feel like, man, it's a song called "For the Low."
For the
The
low.
one that the one that was on earlier.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that hasn't been released yet. Okay. All right. And what makes that your hottest song?
I feel like it's my hottest song because it's a hit. It's like you got a lot of songs, but you know which ones be the ones. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the ones.
You
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah.
I feel that, man. You feel it. The other ones you be like, but that one, you feel it in your bones.
Yeah.
And that's how I am. I'm in the lyrics. She's in the beat.
Oh yeah.
If
I'm a
you
beat
catch
girl.
me, if you get me with the lyrics and you catch me up at the stage, this close to the stage, I'm feeling it. Her, it's the beat thing. It's the beat thing. She like a good beat. You know?
And see that, and that's the problem too. Not saying she wrong for being like that, but it's like these days they going off like more of how the beat sound than the actual lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But back then, like in the 90s, and you know, it wasn't all about just how the beat sound. It was about what you were saying on there.
What they were saying is the story that was being told.
But the game then kind of changed up. But you got people like me who know that type of stuff. So, you know, I'm going to lay it down and do it how I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Did Mama have anything to do with how you think when it comes to music, or was it your inspirations in music, or was it your uncle? Who
Yeah, it came from like on my mom's side. My uncle, he was a rapper, made beats and all that, so I watched him. You know what I'm saying? And just the music she played around me, just everything played a part in why I make music today. She played a big part in.
that was my next question, because you said your inspirations were Tupac, Boosie, and who?
Lil Wayne.
And Lil Wayne. And I'm gauging her age. She was jamming that shit
Yeah.
when you was growing up.
Like
she,
back then, man, Lil Wayne, bro, and Carter 3.
Yeah.
And all the Carters really, but that Black CD, the Carter 3. When I heard that song, man, when I heard that album, I was like, man, he my favorite rapper, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he had the game locked down for a minute. But I like Tupac because the stuff that he say it be so real, bro.
Right.
That's why I like Tupac. And Boosie is just shit. Nigga, you from the same place I'm from. I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel on that.
You ever met Boosie in person?
Nah, I never met Boosie before. I want to meet that nigga though. I ain't lying. That'd be like a dream to me, bro, to meet that nigga, man. He the closest thing to Pop for me. But I seen Webby one time at a video shoot.
And then Boo?
Yeah.
Okay.
A song called Y'all Better Not Fight. This was a long time ago though, like 2009.
Okay.
And Boosie went to jail.
Okay.
That time.
What about seeing Boosie live in concert?
Like, did I ever see him?
Yes.
No.
No,
Never seen
not
him.
that either. Okay. Well, we are with Ree43, y'all. Y'all go check him out on Instagram at REE4Trey. Where can they find you anywhere else on social media or on music platforms?
Well, my Instagram name is Chase That Bag Ree, but if you type in Ree43, it's still gonna pop up. But for everything else, shit, just type in Ree43. I'm on all platforms. I'm everywhere.
Is your music registered?
Yeah.
Way to go. When you perform live,
I'm sorry.
do you perform with your lyrics on your track?
Not yet, because I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I'm on house arrest, so I really ain't been able to perform at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not supposed to have your lyrics on your track. That is like a big pet peeve in this industry.
Yeah.
We want to hear you sing. If we wanted to hear your lyrics, we just listen to your music on YouTube or something. But when you're performing live on stage, we want to hear you. And a lot of people sound really, really good in the studio, but have no stage presence.
And see, that's the thing with me. Everything is a 10 with me, man. On the scale of 1 to 10, everything a 10 with me. When I go in the studio and I record a song, I give it my all. When I go perform in front of people,
That's
it
awesome.
sounds the same way like how it sounded in the studio. And
That's
I give it
awesome.
my all because I feel like I have to. Y'all
Yeah.
coming, y'all watching me perform, so shit, I gotta give it my all, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Because I know we've judged a lot of different events, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. If your vocals are on that track, I'm done. I don't even want to listen anymore, because I could listen to that in the car. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what your stage presence looks like. I want to hear your voice, and then you have some artists, even mainstream artists, that lip sync. They don't even sing.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you even performing? There's no movement. You're not
Everything
hyping
gotta
up
be
the crowd. Yeah.
You can't make a good song in the studio and then when you go perform it, you ain't doing it how you supposed to do it.
Exactly.
Like, it don't go like that.
Exactly. Go ahead, Malcolm. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You know me.
No, that's okay. You breaking my stride. I understand. No, I'm just playing with you.
Hello?
I want you to ask as many questions as you can. That helps. I appreciate that, Lisa. Thank you. Great questions by Lisa. Y'all can't see her. She doesn't want to be on camera and all of that. Y'all know how y'all women are. She's not camera ready right now. So we are live on Real Talk 100 Radio with Chase That Bag, aka Ree4Trey. That's REE4Trey. And when I all I wanted to cut off with was he said follow Chase That Bag Ree on Instagram. I just wanted to make sure y'all don't spell that. It's Chase That Bag. Chase DAT Ree, right?
Yeah.
Chase DAT.
No, I'm tripping. Chase That Bag Ree.
Chase That Bag Ree.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Everything is how you would normally spell it. That is just DAT.
DAT. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. We are supporting underground music artists. We're supporting independent music artists 24/7, 365 days a year. Tonight is no different. We have a Reed Folk Trey in the building, man. And we are talking quite a bit about his inspiration so far, who inspired him, from his mom to his family to Boosie to Lil Wayne to Tupac. And we're having a lot of fun so far, man. I appreciate you coming out tonight, man. What I wanted to cut her off on, though, you hit on something near and dear to my heart. You said you own house arrest. That ain't no fun, is it, man?
Nah, man, I got court tomorrow too. I'm trying to work all this out so I can go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do. I can't perform at night, and that's kind of messing with me. But I'm gonna get it right though.
Good luck, man. Good luck, man. We won't delve into what happened and whatnot, but good luck to you. I done been there and done that. I don't know if I told y'all that before, but I did 16-year bid myself, man.
Dang,
So
crazy.
yeah, I was up the river for real, without a paddle. You understand? So I got out. They put me on that house arrest with the ankle bracelet on. I couldn't leave. I couldn't go get mail. I couldn't go to the grocery store with my mama. So I relate to everything you talking about. I even check this out. I even had a nightmare where I got in the bathtub one night and I submerged that ankle bracelet underwater, and they had 10 laws outside the house.
No, man.
10, like I had robbed somebody or something. But anyway, I just wanted to relate with him on that subject because I've been there, I've done that, and I wish y'all the luck in the world, man. I hope you have action at beating your case. We are with Reed 43 tonight. Chase that bag. Reed on Instagram. Type in REE43 on all music platforms. His music will come up. We talked about his best song so far. We played it. I think we need to take a quick break and play one of his songs right now. Which song would you prefer we play first? Out of the two songs you sent in tonight.
You can play that for the low first again, and then the other one.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna ask my DJ over there to put the banner up right quick with Reed's face on it and start the music. We're gonna take a quick break on the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. Thank y'all. But hey, if you would like to get interviewed on our show, all you got to do is text interview to 936-333-1969. That's text interview to 936-333-1969. We're going to get to, what's the name of the song again?
For the low.
Get them pounds for the low, up them rounds, let it blow. Never down on the score. I remember I was broke. Now I ain't hurt no more. We get them pounds for the low, up them rounds, let it blow. Never down on the score. I remember I was broke. Now I ain't hurt no more. Like I say, I come from nothing. I look at how I live, and I got these diamonds on my body with a big ass crib. Witness me make it out the struggle, exhausted, chasing my dreams, getting to the green. Now it's me you see up on your screen. Look, everything must go for the low up on that fucking block. Gotta watch my back, refuse to lack, niggas. So I gotta stay top. Some dope for the low, you can sell some smoke for the low. You can sell a hoe for the low, niggas even get smoke for the low. Permanent pain, and you can see I'm scarred. Who would've thought death would be easy, but living would be so hard. So I pray to God before I'm sleeping at night, cause I done did a lot of shit in my life, for real. Yeah, nigga know what it is, man. We just out here trying to get it, bro. Day for day. You heard me? Nigga don't know what the future hold, but until then, nigga gon' get it in. We get them pounds for the low, up them rounds, let it blow. Never down on the score. I remember I was broke. Now I ain't hurt no more. We get them pounds for the low, up them rounds, let it blow. Never down on the score. I remember I was broke. Now I ain't hurt no more.
I like that read, man. I like that, man. I like it. I like it. I like it. I see what you mean when you say, you know, lyrics. Lyrics. Not all beat.
Yeah.
Because so tell us the story behind For the Low. What's the story behind it? Is there a story?
Yeah. The dude who I got singing on there with me, my dog, the Key, that's his name. I got with him and I met him and he knew how to sing. So I played that beat and I felt like, man, it was like a kind of like a soulful beat, like some soul type stuff. I wanted to make somebody feel what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. So I was like, I'm finna make a song about, you know, how I was struggling, then I came up and how I'm getting it for the low, you know, doing my thing. And I'm gonna get him to sing on it so it can give it that, you know, that little soulful feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yes,
he got
sir.
that voice.
Yes, sir.
So that's how I did that. That's the story behind that.
Is he out the boot too?
Nah, he from Memphis.
Oh, he from Memphis?
Yeah.
I like that, man. Memphis is in H-Town, deep, ain't it, man? Did you hook up with him in H-Town or in the boot?
In H-Town.
In H-Town?
Yeah. He just moved out here, man, and he got a studio in his apartment and stuff like that. He stayed right by me. I just met him like a month ago, but ever since I met him, we've been locked in because I feel like everything happened for a reason.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
on house arrest. He just moved over there, but he got the studio equipment, everything over there together, and he owned it every day like me. He singing all day, he writing. He on the same type of time I'm on, so I feel like shit. God did that for a reason, man.
Put y'all together in
Yeah.
the same complex, on the same mission.
Mhm.
And what's his name again? Give him a shout out right quick, man.
Shout out to my dog, man, The Key. That's his name, The Key.
The Key,
Yeah.
like a key that you put in a car. All right, The Key. Can we find him on Instagram at The Key?
I don't even know his Instagram,
Okay.
but
Okay.
just you gonna see who he is. You gonna hear
Alright.
about him.
That's
So
a
we
bet.
turning up and shit, man.
That's a bet. That's a bet. I can't wait to meet him. I like it. I like the way he was singing with you on there, man. I like that. So this is Re 43, y'all. Chase that bag Re on Instagram. Put in Re 43 all across social media, all across music platforms. Find his music. Help him out. We support artists all the time, but I say all the time that sometimes our communities don't support artists the way they should, but they should because music artists of today are music artists of the future. There won't be no more, Drake's singing or rapping. I mean, there won't be. I mean, he'll be old. I mean, this is the future of rap right here. Drake might be, 50, still rapping, but I say personally, leave it to the youngsters. Leave it to the youngsters. Drake gone and go to the movies, cross over into the movies or something, man, and maybe be a ghostwriter and a producer and get your own label or something like that. But please,
Let them youngsters shine, man. It's time for something new, bro.
that's right.
I ain't hating on nobody and nothing, but it's like, man, we kind of just be listening to the same people a little bit. We need something new that's gonna,
That's
set
right.
the tone, man.
That's why we do what we do, because we get tired of listening to 97.9 about jamming Drake 15 times a day.
Isn't it? He done had hits.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, bro. He been having hits on the radio for the last,
What, 15 years, right?
yeah.
Something like that. It feel like it, if it ain't. But yeah, I feel that. That's why we do what we do. When you listen to our station, you'll hear mostly independent artists and underground music artists. We do play a little bit of mainstream, but most of it is gonna be old school hits. Back in the NWA and Two Shot in them days.
That's what I like. Shout out to Two Shot too, man. I like that.
That's my favorite.
I like the nigga. I'm a big fan of California music, man. They whole culture, like, I'm a big fan of that. I ain't gonna lie.
So you got a little West Coast in.
Yeah, I
So
like that.
what about Snoop?
Yeah, I love Snoop Dogg too.
Snoop a damn fool. I like that boy. That boy don't never stop smoking. Boy. He wake up in the morning smoking. But shout out to West Coast. So if it was somebody on the West Coast who inspired you, or you got some of your style from, your swag from, would it be Snoop?
Man, they got this nigga Snoop, he one of them, but they got this dude named Drew Down, man.
I know who that is.
Yeah, man, I just got on to him. But when I really realized and looked into him, I was like, man, he one of the ones too. He from Oakland, so he was coming up in the era with E40 and
Right.
you know, all them dudes. But Tupac was there with them too.
Right.
And that's what made me go to Drew Down, because Drew Down was on one of Tupac's songs on that All Eyes on Me album. He was like talking on the beginning. So I was like, who this is? Wait, no, I'm lying. Matter of fact, I seen that after I discovered Drew Down. This what it was. I seen a video of him on Instagram.
True that.
Yeah, and I was listening to it. It's a song called Can You Feel Me? Man, I looked it up. Man, I fell in love with all the dude music, bro. I'm like, he go hard. But they got a dude named Sibo too. He go hard. Man, all of them really inspired me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
West Coast.
Yeah, man.
West Coast. West Coast inspired him. West Coast runs through his blood, but he's out of the boot. What part of the boot you out of? New Orleans?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And they've been in H-Town about 2 or 3 years now. And he's trying to get his name on the map. Mama got him in here. I won't put her government name out there, but she put him in touch with us, and I appreciate you, Mama. Appreciate you. We're going to do everything we can. Put your music in our hands, man. MP3 form only. That goes to anybody in the listening audience too. Rotation is free at Real Talk 100 Radio. The only thing that costs is promotion and marketing. So we're gonna put you in rotation for free. We just ask that y'all make sure it's registered, because the game is all about us doing our part to get you paid. Okay, so a lot of people are sending us music that's not licensed, it's not registered, and we're saying, damn, why are you sending us music that ain't licensed and registered? You know, the name of the game is to get you paid. So that's really the only thing we ask for. We're interested in getting y'all to the next level, getting you paid. If we can't get you to the Jay-Z level or the Drake level, at least we can get you paid. You feel me?
All right.
So we've already played one song by Ree. We've asked him several questions. Ree, is there anything you want our listening audience to know about you that I haven't touched on tonight?
I just want them to know, like, shit. Okay,
Yes.
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 Because I wouldn't, you know. But man, I just want them to know, shit, I'm a good person, bro. But I stand on business, and I'm serious about what I'm doing. I'm dedicated to this music, and I feel like, man, I'm just worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm everything, bro. I love myself, man, and I grind hard, bro, for what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
What made you touch on that? Are there questions about what resides in your heart, what lives in your heart, in your mind?
I just wanted to let that be known, because it's like, you might have this artist or that artist, and they might be famous, and you might love their music, but shit, who are they as a person? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I brought it up, because I want to let them know, like, yeah, I make good music about this and that, but at the end of the day, I'm real. I'm a good person. I am who I am. All the stuff I rap about, the stuff I'm saying, when I'm keeping it real in them rhymes, I really mean that. Like, this ain't no fairy tale. Like, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not one of them rappers that rap about shit you ain't never did?
Nah, I ain't one of them, bro.
Dude.
I come from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man, and I'm here. That said it all. Because, man, it's hard to make it out Baton Rouge, bro. Louisiana. Really, Louisiana in general, but Baton Rouge, we got a few that made it out, but it ain't a lot.
We got a lot of Baton Rouge and Louisiana artists here in Houston.
Yeah. We starting to come out here a lot. They got a lot of people from Louisiana out here in Texas. Man.
Harvey brought a lot of y'all out.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey.
No, it was the one before Harvey, wasn't it? Katrina, yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right. Katrina brought a lot of the boot out here, and we know a lot of
A lot of really good artists from there.
And,
massive talent.
I'm sorry, just go ahead.
I was just saying, massive talent. A lot of really good talent out of there.
Yes, ma'am. So
my favorite is from there.
Who?
Who's my favorite?
Gooch.
Yep.
Gooch. Are you familiar with Gooch?
Gooch? No.
No. She works a lot, and she gets out of the way a lot because she doesn't like how the music industry is set up. So she's not on the scene much, but she's
Anymore.
She's one of the best female MCs in Houston.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
want
give her top 5. I won't
Yeah.
give her number 1, but she's top 5.
you
Top
want to
5
know how to
Houston.
perform on stage. That's the artist to watch because she gives a live performance. I don't care. She could have just cut somebody in the parking lot, but she's gonna get on that stage and fight that stage like then nothing happened in the parking lot. I mean, she's like, well, the first time I saw her perform, my mouth hit the floor. I was like,
Because remember,
and I'm like, why is she so mad?
remember she about to beat now,
Yeah,
but Gooch caught her with the lyrics.
man. Don't get me wrong, I love the beat, but the lyrics have to catch me right away. But it's the same with the book. If you don't catch me on the first page, I'm not reading that book. So it's the same thing with music of any genre. If you don't catch me at the beginning, you've lost me. You know, call it ADHD, call it whatever you want to. It's just the beat to me is what normally draws me in to make me listen to the lyrics. But the lyrics have to be saying something. If it's talking about I'm gonna shoot you, kill you, stab your mama, I don't have no time for that.
Hey,
I don't.
Gooch was going in the first time we seen Gooch. I know this about you, but I want to let y'all know who this is. Gooch going all the way in on the mic. She's going in. I can't remember the lyrics. She's going in, and Lisa, you know, she might have been smoking on a hoop or drinking on something. And the way she was going in, she was very passionate about what she was saying. So Lisa was like, why is she so mad? I said, she ain't mad. She lit up there. You know, she feeling what she's saying. So, and that's what caught her attention. I was already up on the stage. So
Yeah.
she had to come up.
To this day, she's one of my favorites. But you know, like Malcolm said, you know, we have a lot of favorites, but she's the one that always stands out to me. She's the reason, one of the main reasons we do what we do. You know, we got brought into it by another artist, but she was the one that really made me want to know everything there was to know and help as much as we could. And, you know, just, you know, I always thank her for that because she just made such a huge impact on me. And she stayed loyal with us 10 toes down since the day we met her. So,
do we have any comments up there that we need to pay attention to, Lisa?
Tubby the Kid, he has a Thursday night show here at Real Talk 100 radio station. He is saying, hello, what's good, my people? Tubby, if you're still on the line, this young man in the yellow shirt is going to be announcing his new show, so stay tuned. We've got a new addition to the family. So thank you for tuning in. Please share the live, guys.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. So back to Reed before we get to our next guest. Reed, your next song, what's it? It's something called Demons or something.
It's called Fighting Demons.
Fighting Demons. Let's talk about that right quick, Reed. Because I'm fighting demons too, man. Did you write that because you fighting them motherfuckers?
Yeah. You know, I feel like everybody fighting demons these days, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when I make songs, I don't even just make them because that's how I feel. Sometimes I make songs for other people. You know what I'm saying? So you could look at it either way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel that way. But that song was just me, just expressing how I feel that way, and also just kind of flashing out on there, just talking my stuff on there. I had some bars on there, you know what I'm saying? I make all kind of different music.
I got 84 bars.
She ain't got herself nothing, man. Don't listen to her.
You need a backup singer?
She
I'm your
ain't
girl.
got 2 bars.
And I twerk real well.
When you see her twerk, you gonna laugh.
Because I'm so good at it. That's why you're gonna laugh. Because I'm so good. You wouldn't think I'd be that good at
Man, she ain't got nothing.
it.
We are with Reed 43 on Instagram, Reed 43 all across social media and music platforms, y'all. Fighting demons is something I've been doing, boy, all my life, man. So I relate. We got a lot to relate to here, man. That House Arrest shit, fighting demons. Boy, we can sit here all night. You understand? Because demons is something I've fought since I was at least 15. You know how it is, growing up, running them streets, and you know, doing what you're doing in the streets. I don't want to give up nothing, say too much here. But you know, I didn't run them streets, man. I done ran them streets. I've been deep in them streets. I've been deep in the game, and I'm still fighting the demons from way back when I first started. 15, I had to be what? About 16 years old, I believe, if my math is correct. And boy, look here, 16 years old until now, that's a lot of fighting. It's a lot of fighting. I look in the mirror all the time, and that's something very important to anybody out there that's fighting demons. Look in the mirror sometimes, because the demon ain't always right. He ain't always right, is it, man? He wrong most of the time. He wrong most of the time, and I can relate to you, man. So fight them demons, man. I do it all the time. I say I got the devil over here and I got the angel over here, man. So
I'm the angel, of course.
I try my best to let the angel win. She speaks to me sometime. I'll tell you how she speaks to me, and I want you to give me a quick example of how your angel speaks to you sometime. And I say the last time I really listened to something she said is, I'm one of them drivers. I'm not gonna say I'm a road rage type dude. I'm not gonna get out and shoot you and all that. But when you cussing me out and you flipping me off, I'm gonna cuss you out and flip you out back.
Right.
And you talk too much shit, I'm gonna tell you to pull your car over and let's fight this shit out. Well, I got out the car one night. I forgot I was backing up too slow or something. Get your motherfucking ass out the way. Said something fly, right? So I put the car politely in the park. I got out and I said, get your motherfucking ass out the car. And she was like, "Babe, you got to stop that. Somebody gonna shoot you one of these days." That's the last time I can really remember. I had to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, you know what? She's right. She's right. Somebody gonna pop me one of these times." And over what? Because
Nothing. Over nothing.
Because I didn't like how you talked to me, so I had to cheat.
Life has no value anymore.
No.
And they're killing people for nothing. Literally. I watched on Facebook one night, somebody barely tapped somebody else's car and the guy got out and killed the guy. For what? There was no damage to his car. Killed him in front of his wife and in front of his cousin, and it was like, man, there's no value on life. So when he does that stuff, when I'm in the car, I'm like, not today.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just feel like this needs to be said. And it's probably not the case with that situation, but it's the case with a lot of things that's going on these days. This music plays a big role in what these people doing these days, bro. That's why I make different type of music. And I make gangster music too. I can't be a hypocrite and say, they making that type of stuff promoting violence and I'm not doing it. Nah, I'm doing it too, but you gotta talk about them type of things. But what I'm really trying to say is we just need to spread different messages in our music. The narrative need to change. They got it to the violence and the gangster stuff is just like the main thing. That's why I like niggas like Tupac and Boosie and all them, because it was a message in their music. You could hear their music and it'll change the way you think with certain things, bro. If you really listening to what they saying on that, you know what I'm saying? But then you got these other people who listen to the negative stuff and they get hypnotized with that and they just be in the world making decisions and based off what they getting out of, based off the energy that they getting from that music that they hearing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, we gotta change the narrative, bro.
Yes, sir.
Real,
I
man.
totally agree with you on that. Change the narrative on the lyrics, and I also blame games like Grand Theft Auto. It's desensitizing people. You can be a pimp, prostitute, you can shoot somebody's brains out in a video game. I think I'm like you said, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I love video games. But when you have young, impressionable kids and you have people who aren't mature enough to know, hey, there's a difference between a video game and real life, I don't know how they should regulate that, but I think that has a lot to do with these school shootings, a lot to do with these mass shootings, a lot to do with people just not having any value of life.
And I think the government plays a big part in that too. And yeah, I'm gonna say it on camera: the government and the record labels, man, because they like when these artists rap about certain things,
That's right.
bro,
That's right.
because it makes the people do certain things,
That's right.
and they know if we got them people doing those certain things, we in control.
That's right.
They want to be in control of everything. They don't want the world to be a better place.
No,
Well, they don't want the United States to be a better place.
they don't make no money like that.
Like, so they
If I can
just,
say one thing to add to what you said.
Yes, sir.
Quick,
Yes, sir.
I think we as a people got to take responsibility also.
right.
You know, they putting this stuff out here, but we also buying and pushing it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But they doing it because we don't have we need the right leader, bro. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because when I blow, I want it to be bigger than just me blowing up. Like, I want to change the world, because you got to use your gift. I feel like this. I feel like if you got a gift with something, you got to use it to the best. But you know what I'm saying? You got to use it to the best of your ability, man, and use it for the right reason.
Yes,
So
sir.
my reason for doing it, yeah, it's to blow up and get money and take care of my family. But it's deeper than that, though. I gotta change the world and spread a certain message.
That's right.
Because like he said, we do gotta take accountability for what we do. But it's like, man, they mind so gone, bro. They brainwashed. Like, they need somebody to look up to, who gonna tell them the right thing.
Yep.
Not saying that we don't have that already, but it has to be somebody who gonna instill it. Like, it's what it is, man.
Beat it in with a hammer.
Yeah, bro.
Right. You gotta have somebody that's gonna beat it in with a hammer, not just say it and move on. Keep saying it until it sink in. Right. Nayar, I'm gonna get to pronounce your name right sooner or later. Did I pronounce it right?
You got it, yeah.
What do you feel on that? You feel like somebody has to be consistent? Do you agree with us?
Yeah, like I say, it all comes down to self. Like, if I change myself, right? Because I see y'all, we sitting here talking, right? And I see y'all. So if I see you doing something, and I see him doing something, I'm gonna look at that. If I'm looking up to somebody, we've had leaders that'll teach us something, but we don't listen. We rather go the other way.
That's right.
So I figure, I say within our own community, whether you from the boot or you from the H, if we as a community decide, hey, you know what? We're not going to listen to a certain type of music or eat a certain type of food for our mental and our physical health.
Mm-hmm.
We could take that next step, you know what I'm saying? And then if you have your music and you're doing something like what you're saying, you can utilize him.
Right.
You know, so, you know, we need to take the
Initiative.
initiative. You know, we can't, I agree, the government and rappers and everybody like that push a lot of crap.
It's like we talk. It's like they made it to where this is all some of these people know, especially young people. Like, when you go to school and they teach you certain things, that's all you know.
That's right.
It's like that.
That's right.
They coming up, and it's all they know.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like that. But what he said makes sense too, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I just feel like this. The way I feel, we need more people like that. The way he feel, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, we need a group of people to get together, you know what I'm saying, and just talk about certain things and get it right, man. But it can never get to that point, because every time we get a leader that everybody looking up to and listening to, they end up dying. Or every time you get a group of people, especially black people, together, it's like something always breaks it up. It's like it's always something, bro. Like,
Always.
but I just feel like, man, we need the right leader.
Always.
I feel like I'm gonna be the right leader.
I love you. I love your outlook on life, man. And I have to salute Mama again. That you sound like you've been raised well, young man. Like my daddy used to tell me, you act like you've been raised right. Yeah. So it sounds like your family as a whole has raised you in the right way, man. I appreciate every word that's coming out of your mouth tonight. I appreciate that. I'm gonna use what you said and expound on that and tell you this. I think you're exactly right, because I saw an Instagram post. They were talking about the difference in the algorithm in the United States and in China. They said in the United States, all they want to show on our Instagram feeds is shaking your ass, shooting people, killing people, fighting, fighting each other in the schoolhouse, fighting each other in the streets. But if you go to the Chinese algorithm, they're teaching their kids how to hunt, how to fish, and how to live off the land, and the things you need to survive. And so it goes right along with what you're saying. That's what they want us to see. That's how they want us to act.
Yeah.
Why though? I wish I could get that answer.
Why?
don't
Because you saying like, why do they want it like that? Control. They want control over everything, man.
And
They already this go to show you how much control they want. Let me give you an example. They already controlling how everything is in the United States and how the laws and all that set up. But here it is, you got artists that got real talent and they can't even expose everything how they want to expose it and do it the exact way they want to do it. Why? Because them people still in control of that, bro. They in control of everything.
I believe that.
Like it gotta change. But like he said, we do gotta take accountability. But man,
That's right.
part of it is them being in control of everything too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because it's like they brainwashed us, bro.
Yep.
They brainwashed us.
I believe that too. A lot of us are brainwashed, and we have to what? I'm sorry, Lisa. What are you telling me?
I'm telling you to wrap up the first interview because we've got to talk about our sponsor. We got to get to our second interview. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
All right.
Is it the camera still on?
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to say one more thing, man. For the real niggas that died, like Pimp C, Tupac, all them niggas that died, bro, spreading a certain message. I just want to let the world know it ain't over with, bro. I feel like it's unfinished business with that. That's why I go hard and I'm gonna do everything I do, and I'm gonna make sure I blow up and be the right leader because I feel like, man, them niggas gave me too much game. They gave me too much game for me not to take that from them. Like, man, it ain't no excuse, bro. I got too much game from them, and I'm gonna use it to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? Because what I learned from them is the things that we talking about right now, as far as being a leader and spreading the right message and waking people up. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to do that, but unfortunately, they died.
Do you think that's why? I know I'm gonna get in trouble for asking another question, but do you think that's part of the reason they died?
Yeah,
I do.
I think it is
I think
because
they was giving the world too much game, and they was like, "Oh no, you need to shut up."
yeah.
And kill them. That's right.
And that's what I think about all the time. Like, will they try to kill me? But at the end of the day, somebody got to do it. Them niggas dead, so who gonna do it? At the end of the day, like you said earlier, we the future, and that's how I gotta look at it with the people who younger than me too. So you know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm finna get stabbed over there. I'm finna get stabbed over there, y'all. This is Re 43, y'all. That's who we've been interviewing for the first 30 minutes to an hour of the show. We've already played one of his songs. We're gonna play Demons right now. And as we end this interview, and up next, we've got a brand new show. He's got a brand new show on the end down there. His name is Nayar, y'all. He's gonna give you the whole laydown, the whole breakdown of his upcoming show that's coming to Real Talk 100 Radio very, very, very soon. But this is Re 43. You can look him up. Type in Chase DAT.
Bad.
That bag. Chase that bag. Chase that bag Re.
Yeah.
Chase ChaseDatBag Re. Chase that bag Re on Instagram. Type in Re 43 on all music outlets, on all social media platforms. Look at
Sorry, I hit the comments and I came off the song. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
Re 43 is very original in his music. I've already posted one of his songs on our Instagram at Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all check him out. Check him out. Up next, we've got a brand new show right now. We've got Demons.
And the DJ is fired.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I got some demons up on me and they won't go away. Instead of telling me to go slide and squeeze that fucking AK. Nigga coming at me sideways, but I bet this bitch get it straight. And I'm standing asking the Lord will this lifestyle be my fate. I'm fighting when I'm sleep. I'm fighting when I'm dreaming. I'm fighting when I'm creep, my enemy, leave them leave. I'm fighting when I'm sleep, I'm fighting when I'm dream, I'm fighting when I'm creep, my enemy, leave them leave. I got some demons up on me and they won't go away. Instead of telling me to go slide and squeeze that fucking AK. Nigga coming at me sideways, but I bet the bitch get them straight. And I'm standing asking the Lord what his lifestyle with my face. Feel like I got the fucking devil on me. That's why I always keep that metal on me. That's why I always keep that metal on me. And you gon' fuck around and get shot in your mouth, lose your leg. If you talk about stepping on me, your pops could come, but I won't get mad. I'ma just let the pop your dad. I'm dead serious, nigga, period, nigga, at the tip of your brain. This ain't a theory when you hit a big bang. I left more than a stain, a mess. No flesh was left. Off his feet got swept. Quiet, he should've killed. Got tired of hearing it, so I sick.
Oh no, you can post whatever you want to.
And the doctor's like, where's his chest? Oh, yes.
No problem.
Nigga know what it is, man.
No problem. Do what you want to do.
343. Whole lot of this
That's why I don't get in pictures. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Clubhouse. Oh, it's live on there.
I got a blood with the spoon. She gon' get greedy. I gotta believe that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm from beyond. Young niggas are coming.
I think you just downloaded it there, huh?
Had niggas thinking they got hit with milk. 6 in the day, they left his DNA all on the mirror.
Yeah. And our station manager out front, ask him on the way out. You may have to keep your way for you.
I got some demons up on me and they won't go away. Instead of telling me to go slide and squeeze that fucking AK. Nigga.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Commercial break is over. We just want to thank our first guest for coming in tonight. And now we have a new show coming to Real Talk 100 Radio. I'm going to put his flyer up real quick to let you know that he has got the last hour of the interview to talk about his vision and when the show will be starting, different things like that. So you guys definitely tune in, share the live, definitely share the live. We also, before the end of the hour, we will be announcing who is the winner of our free business interview for tomorrow night on the Real Talk Power Hour. So I'm going to get that ready during this next interview so that we can go ahead and let our winner know who won tomorrow night's interview. So you guys need to tune in tomorrow night from 7 to 8 p.m. for Real Talk Power Hour. Right before we go to the next interview, while Malcolm gets situated back in the seat, I do want to bring up our sponsor for tonight, which is Nooney's Treats. She is based right here in Houston and has the most amazing treats. And we're supposed to be opening them and sharing them, but we wanted to make sure we got our plugs in first, just to make sure that you guys know that you can order treats from her. She also sets up a lot of different vendor events throughout Houston. On Saturday, she is normally at the Daiquiri Bar on Spears Road. This Saturday, she's going to be somewhere else, but she'll be back out there next Saturday with Lyric and some crawfish. So you guys look her up, follow her on Facebook and Instagram, place your orders, and definitely try her sweets. She always brings samples so you can try before you buy. And I promise you, if you try her samples, get your wallet ready because you are going to buy those treats. So thank you for our sponsor for tonight, which is Nooney's Treats and Specialties. She always blesses us and our tummy. I think that's why I've gained so much weight. I'm going to blame her because her treats are so amazing. I'm just kidding. It's not her fault. But definitely check her out. Follow her on Facebook and Instagram and definitely let her know that you saw her right here on After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa.
What's up, world? Lisa's already pretty much covered our sponsor for tonight. I stacked them up all pretty right here. I'm not sure what's in there, but Miss Florence is her name. She's the owner of Nooney's Treats on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all follow her logo on Facebook and Instagram. Follow her. She'll be at 2833 Spears Road every Saturday. Every Saturday, it's a daiquiri shop. I'm missing them daiquiris tonight that they usually sponsor our shows. They're not here tonight, but she'll be there at Happy Vibes Daiquiri at 2833 Spears Road. Best daiquiris on the north side, in my opinion. If they're not, they're top 3 to 5. It's arguable who's the best, but they're one of the best, in my opinion. So Happy Vibes Daiquiri, give them a follow on Facebook. 2833 Spears Road. If anybody lives on the north side in your family or your friends, let them know about Happy Vibes Daiquiri. Let them know about Nooney's Treats. She'll be there every Saturday, set up selling some of the best sweets in Houston, y'all.
And
in
she
Texas.
sold out the last 4 weekends. She said she made bank this weekend.
Hmm.
So every weekend it gets busier and busier for her. So if you're a vendor out there and you've got your own treats, eyelashes, wigs, sunglasses, whatever it is you're selling, to help yourself eat one, babe.
Oh no.
For whatever you're selling, no, you want to eat one. Whatever you're selling, the vendor event fee is $0 right now. So, they're doing this to help small businesses. So if you're a vendor, definitely get in our inbox. Between myself, Malcolm, Lyric, and Khalik, we can definitely give you the information. Or you can stop by Spears Road Daiquiri Shop and ask them about the vendor events on Saturdays. It is free, so come on out there. And I'm telling you, the last 4 weeks, the vendors have sold out. And they have brought more inventory every week, and they still sell out. So for you to go to a free event and sell out, you're crazy to bypass that. When we charge people for vendor events, they show up. When we don't charge, they're nowhere to be seen. I don't get it. If you want me to charge you, now I will. I have no problem charging you. But right now it's a free event. Come out and take advantage of it. Because once it blows, they're not going to be free anymore.
Before I leave you alone on that subject, Lisa, the vendors, are y'all going to be needing more vendors this week?
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, we need more vendors.
Yeah.
So vendors in the Houston greater surrounding areas, if you're interested in a free event for vendors, there's no charge to you. We just want to help small businesses. We want to help entrepreneurs. We want to help you. If you have a product, if you're a cook, a baker, come on out there and share with the community what you do for a living, because the parking lot is lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. The parking lot is full. It's a gas station. It's primarily a gas station, so it stays full. I mean, every hour there's going to be at least 50 cars in that parking lot per hour.
Easy.
50 cars per hour just getting gas, and then at least about 30 coming through the drive-through to get daiquiris. So that's 80 cars per hour. You're out there 5 hours? That's a lot of cars. That's a lot of cars, a lot of potential, and people sell out, especially Nooney's Treats, especially the crawfish lady, Miss Lyric. She's not here tonight. Much love to you, Lyric. Much love to you, Nooney's Treats, Miss Florence. Thank y'all. I'm finna dig into the chocolate chip cookies right now. I'm gonna let this slide on this oatmeal raisin. Now you don't want none of this oatmeal raisin.
You gotta try it.
Oh, you know what? I have pecans. No, I don't do the nuts.
No nuts.
No.
What
Okay.
about the chocolate chip? There's chocolate chip.
I'll try a chocolate chip and give you
chocolate chip.
mine.
Right.
All right, y'all. This is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show live on Real Talk 100 Radio,
Ooh, that's a big cookie.
and we
Dang.
create awareness about small businesses 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The first hour of the show was all about independent music, underground music. We love supporting the underground here at Real Talk 100 Radio because we're looking for the next Jay-Z, the next Drake, but we're also looking for entrepreneurs and small businesses, and we want to promote you guys and get you the help you need when it comes to creating awareness about your brand in the community.
Okay,
No.
who is Hewitricity?
Oh, Hutricity. That's the company my wife and I have where we make our own toothpaste, a mouth purifier, we call it, and a mouthwash.
Wow,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
most definitely. Come out.
Yeah, we
Honest
might
to
have to
God,
come
they're
out.
selling out every weekend, and it's a free event. And
I didn't even know about it.
awesome way for you to network your new show. And, I don't know yet what your show is going to be about. We're going to get to that next. But if you're interested in bringing in interviews and stuff, any kind of networking that you can do is definitely on the right track.
Is it good, Mount?
Oh,
Appreciate that. We're gonna have to look into that.
Yes,
Is
most
every weekend?
Every Saturday.
Every
yeah.
Saturday.
we man. Would you like a sample, sir?
Oh no, you gave me one.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
gave me
man.
one. Yeah.
I'm going and dig in
What
it.
about me? I would like a sample. I've never tried her chocolate chip cookies before. That's such a lie.
Chocolate chip cookies by Nooney's Treats, y'all. There you go, Lisa. Can you reach it? Nope.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Give me my short arms. My goodness, Noonie, these things are huge.
And mercy. They good too, y'all.
They good.
Nooney's Treats on Instagram and Facebook. You taste it already?
Yeah, that's good.
It's melting in my
Real
mouth,
good.
man. I love it. Now, before we get deep into the interview, tell us a little bit more about, I can't read it,
Nutricity.
Hutricity.
Mm-hmm.
What is that about again?
Oh, it's our own toothpaste, so we call it mouth purifier, because they put toothpaste out on the shelves and it's literally a glue, has all kinds of chemicals. But I didn't want my kids using it, so I made them their own mouth purifier. My daughter has been using it since she was born, and my son too. And we make our own mouthwash, so it's more of a natural. It actually cleans your teeth.
Okay.
It gets rid of the disease. I use oregano. I'm gonna start once I get my garden going, it's gonna be 10 times better, because oregano, when you melt the leaf, a lot of people will melt marijuana is real popular.
Mm-hmm.
But if you melt different leaves, for example, oregano, and you do it at the right temperature, it can get rid of all the diseases in your mouth.
I didn't know that.
Even if you put it in some water and drink it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oregano. Gets rid of what?
A lot of mouth disease, cavities. So for example, if you're eating a chocolate chip cookie or if you don't watch a vegetable that you get from the store, you might have little diseases crawling around. You get that oregano, it's like it'll clean it out. It'll clean out the system. Yeah, parasites.
Oh yeah,
it's good for that. But it's a natural cleanser. So that's why I use the oregano most. You turn it into an oil.
Oregano is a natural cleanser, everybody. If you didn't know that, I didn't know that. Lisa didn't know that. Now we all know that thanks to Nair. So is this is a company name or is this a product name?
This is the company name.
Say it again.
Hutricity.
Hutricity. Can they find it anywhere on Facebook?
Actually, we have an Instagram. It's Hutricity. And we were out selling at places all the time. We took a break, had kids, try to figure out how to get stuff back together, in the family and in our life. So now we're starting to get back out there. We're gonna have our containers again.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to push that out to the people. And then later on, I make a lotion that you can use. But like I said, I got to get my garden to do that lotion because I want certain things in it also. Gotcha. But yeah, for right now, I'm doing the oregano. It's pretty easy. I can melt that, and coconut oil and mint.
I have another friend that has been on me for years, and he's on the same tip as you. He makes his own soaps. He makes his own soaps because he says he makes his own deodorants. He makes his own soaps because he's on the same tip that you and your wife are on. He said they're killing us, Malcolm. Y'all need to stop using that. Yeah. So as often as we can, we buy his soaps, but we haven't. Shame on us. We haven't bought them in what, Lisa, about 2 years now.
Well, since before COVID, yeah.
Since before COVID, he was one of the vendors that would come to our events and set up, and he was Lather and More. Lather and More is the name of his company. You know Lather and More?
Yeah, Short Brother.
Yes.
I think I got some of his stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Lather and More.
They got good products.
He's gonna kick me in the butt. I forgot his real name. I'm used to calling him Lather and More. I forgot his name. But anyway, shout out to Lather and More. And y'all are on the same level with that. And I never really took it as seriously as I should. Tell our listening audience how serious the threat on our health is, that using the products that we use every day.
When you break it down on the word health is health, you're saying health, and really you should feel natural. And we don't see, like, for example, if I come in here and give you some water, I pull out my back pocket and you don't know how I made it or whatever, or if it doesn't have one of these little labels on here, you're going to look at me crazy, So it's the same thing with our bodies. We can't just take something that we don't know what's going on with it, because they could put anything in here. I could tell you anything. They can tell you something. They can real nice picture saying, "Oh, this is good for your skin." And in reality, is you got to remember you're mass producing something, so you got to get it out as quick as you can. So you're not gonna sit back and take the time and and it takes time for plants to grow, for you to put it in something. It takes time for it to fertilize.
Mm-hmm.
For example, our toothpaste, we got to put it in the refrigerator for a few days so everything can come together.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're mass producing, you're not trying to do all that. You're gonna freeze it. You're gonna put whatever you can in there
And push it out.
So then we push it in ourselves. So when that happens, that's when you have health problems. Because then your mind is quick, like, oh, let me get this real quick. It's a mind thing and a physical thing. So if we getting something that's made quick and we're not taking time to test what's in our bodies. We don't even have things in our houses that test the alkalinity or what's in our water or anything else.
Right.
We just get it. So when you do that to your body and treat it any kind of way, you're gonna naturally have problems. So it's important to take time out and say, okay, what's in this?
Mm-hmm.
What's good? What makes me itch?
Right.
When I use it?
Right.
What dries my skin out?
Right.
Look at our families, what they've been using. When did my uncle's teeth fall out? When did he catch this disease? What was he eating? We got to pay attention to, we got our own history. We got our own story. We got our own family,
Yes,
our own genetics.
Yes, sir.
We can see it. It's not invisible. We just got to pay attention to it. So
it's not you took the words right out of my mouth. It's not invisible
at all.
We're just not paying attention.
Exactly.
And my body's hypersensitive to everything. Like I literally, there's only like one chapstick that I can use. Everything else breaks me out. I have to be careful what soaps I use in the shower, what I use female wise. Literally, if I use the wrong body wash, my skin feels like it's on fire.
Ooh.
I'm hypersensitive to so many things, and it kills me because the things that I'm not allergic to are not natural and they're not good for you, but it's the only thing I can use because I'm allergic to everything else. And my doctor is the one that actually told me I'm actually using the worst thing that I could use to cleanse.
It's funny. I read they used to have those little medical journals and they don't have magazines no more. People don't read them. Everything's on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy that smoked cigarettes, and he stopped smoking cigarettes and got real sick. And his doctor said, "You've been smoking them so long. If you stop, you might die."
Ain't that something?
So kind of goes back to what you're saying. Sometimes we use these chemicals on our body, and we become so accustomed to it. When we stop, it could actually hurt us in some cases.
Right.
If you stop smoking, you can die.
That was what the doctor told. He said, "Man, if you stop smoking these cigarettes, it might have a
adverse effect."
Yeah, exactly. Because he had been smoking them for years, and he kept smoking. I think I'm not saying he lived to be.
A lot of people are probably in that condition, man.
My mom just quit smoking after 54 years.
That's good. That's good. And sometimes your body needs that rest. Needs that break.
Sometimes I can imagine. So I don't smoke cigarettes, but I occasionally smoke a hookah. I occasionally smoke a cigar. But I know I'm doing my body damage. It doesn't matter what you smoke.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I know I'm doing my body damage. So I try not to do it that much. That is one of my vices. When I stopped working out, that became one of my vices. I used to be a gym rat, stay in the gym. I'm not smoking weed. I'd always drank, but I'm not smoking weed. I'm not doing dope. I'm not doing any kind of drugs, any of that. But when I stopped working out, hookahs and cigars became one of my vices. I never smoked, ever, nothing. So I think that I'll hope that when I'm able to get back in the gym, when we got into business, it took me out of the gym. And I don't care who you are, you need a stress reliever. And the gym was mine.
Gotcha.
It's gone. So now when I'm stressed, I'm going to go and grab me a drink and something to smoke. And that's not, and the smoke part is not every day. I might smoke a cigar once a week. It's not like, I got to have a cigar. And the only time I smoke a hookah is when I go out to the club.
Gotcha.
That's the only time. But I do know that smoking a hookah is like smoking 800 cigarettes. in 2 days. I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating, but you inhale more.
Exactly.
So I know I'm doing my body more damage, but like I said, I don't do it often. But yeah, we don't want to get too far off subject, y'all. This is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. I'm Malcolm. Lisa's hidden off camera. She doesn't want to be on camera right now. Most of y'all know us. Some of you don't. We get together every week on the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. Like I said earlier in the show, we're all about supporting small businesses the best way we can. We're all about supporting underground and independent music artists. The first hour of the show, we had an independent artist. The second hour of the show, we've been talking about a small business, and the name is
Huetricity.
Huetricity. How do you spell it?
Huetricity. Did I say that too quick?
Say it one more time in case you did.
Huetricity is Huetricity.
Huetricity can be found on Instagram and Facebook, correct?
Instagram.
On Instagram only. Lisa, could you spell that for the watching audience? Huetricity. Spell it one more time for her so she can put it up there correctly for you. Follow this small business. Follow all small businesses.
Yes, ma'am.
Create awareness about them. Share the video all over the world. We want everybody to know who this guy is right here. He owns a small business with his wife, and it's called Huetricity. It's all about what? One more time before we get to the
natural products.
All natural products.
All natural products. The
hair, skin, nails, everything.
But right now it's just the mouth, and then as one grows, we'll get more into it. Actually, as my garden grows, we'll get more into it.
Okay. Oregano. We've touched on it already.
Mm-hmm.
Right now they have products for the mouth. We've talked about oregano, y'all. Oregano does what?
It's like a purifier for your body.
Oregano.
So they even sell it at like Whole Foods and places. You can get the oregano oil.
Okay.
So if you have an oregano tree, you can melt it like you would anything else, very low temperature. Do it for at least an hour or two, so you can keep the nutrients in there.
Wow. We learned something in the first 10 minutes. He sat down in that chair that oregano was a purifier.
Mm-hmm.
Works kind of like a mouthwash, correct?
Yes. We put it in our mouthwash also.
Incredible. Oregano. Y'all look that up. Google it if you don't believe him. I believe him. Huetricity. How do they contact you before we get into why we're really here tonight?
They can go on the Instagram and contact us, and send us a what do they call it? A message. Send us a message, or you can get on my page NER8556 and send me a message. And probably soon here we'll be out at the pop-up shops. I like talking to people.
Okay.
I'm a talker. I like to see. You can catch me on the internet, but if you see me, we could talk. I like to mingle. So when we come out here, we'll definitely put it up on our page and let people know.
Okay. Right now, they're only dealing in mouth products, and their natural products are way better for your health, way better for your bodies than what we're buying off the store shelves.
Exactly.
So that's what they're getting to. He's going to have more products. Him and his wife are going to have more products. But right now, if you're trying to take better care of your mouth, your dental hygiene, call Huetricity. Huetricity, contact him soon. He's saying he'll be with us over at 2833 Spears Road at Happy Vibes Daiquiri. Right now, we're doing vendor events over there. They're starting out kind of small, but we'll talk off camera. We know several different vendor coordinators around Houston and get you in there.
I appreciate that.
Tables. But let's get to the nitty gritty, y'all. We're here tonight actually to introduce a brand new show to Real Talk 100 Radio. We don't even know the name of it yet, but Nair here and his wife will be the stars of the show. He reached out to us, I'm not sure how long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months, and said he wanted a show. So he came up here, they toured the place, he liked it, and here he is tonight. We're going to introduce you. Go ahead and introduce the show. What did you think of a name, you and your wife?
Yeah,
a name?
Rely.
Rely.
RAULI. And that's RAULI.
LI, okay.
And that stands for rebooting and uniting lost energies.
Rebooting and reuniting.
Yeah, rebooting and uniting lost energies.
Lost energies, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why did y'all come up with that name?
That name really
self-explanatory. Huh?
It is, but to explain it, because everybody has their own. It means something different to everybody, which is a good thing. You should have your own mindset. But I said it for this reason. A lot of us know something's going on more than what's going on, and we don't tap into it because we're scared.
Mhm.
And it's sometimes it's easier to go along with the norm,
Right.
and it's harder to really be yourself. So with my show, I'm gonna bring that out more, and it's rely also because we need to start relying on ourselves, like the brother Re43 was talking. The government has a hold on us, has a control on a lot of people. But if we take back self-control, then it'll be harder for other entities to control us.
That's right.
So that's really what Rely is about. And like you guys are doing with the small businesses, we need to have our own copyright. So where we make something, we need to, as a community, say, hey, this is good for us, this is not.
Yes.
As an example.
Yes.
So it's getting that lost energy that all of us have it inside. I don't care what color you are. We all have an accountability to take for the situation that we're in.
Yes.
And
Bad or good.
bad or good, exactly. Whatever it is, you got accountability to take for that. So
Yes, sir.
first step is, I believe they teach that in AA, take accountability for what you're doing.
Yes.
And once you do that, we can bring that energy up.
Yes.
And that's what I want to do, get that energy. I didn't want to put any color on it, or political party or nothing like that. It's just that energy you have in you, and I want to reboot that because it's already there.
It's already.
It's
You're
already
born with it.
exactly. You're born with it.
You're trying to bring it to light,
Exactly.
and so we'll stop hiding it.
Exactly.
Like a lot of us hide. Yeah, natural energies. We hide it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree. I'm sitting here visualizing it. Yeah, a lot of us, hide it, repress it.
Exactly. Repress is a good word.
You want to let it out. Let it out.
And do it 24/7.
So why do you think we naturally? You already said that because we're uncomfortable. Why do we repress our natural energies?
Several reasons. Fear, which is nothing but power, but fear. We have a fear that if we say a certain thing or act a certain way in front of certain people, we might get judged. And then judgment.
Okay.
We don't know how to take judgment and be like, all right, I don't need your judgment. I'm a judge within myself.
Right.
So if I'm judging myself the way I think I need to be judged, I'm not saying don't take any wisdom from people. So if I don't know you and I'm telling you, hey man, cut your beard, that ain't what it is. And let's just say I'm somebody of so-called prominence. I'm just big billionaire guy.
Mhm.
And I tell you that you need to have enough love for yourself to be like, man, hey, who are you?
Right.
You think your money make you?
Instead of cutting it off.
Exactly.
Because of I've been judged.
Exactly. Some billionaire told me to cut it off, and if he got billions, that means I might be. Nah, because money. They say this in the Bible, and I'm not a big religious dude. For the love of money is the root of all evil, and a lot of us love money.
Yes.
We don't love each other. We don't love what we have to bring. So if you love money, you might do something in the name of money.
Yes.
It's the same thing as idolizing. If you idolize somebody, you might do something because you like. If I like Tupac, for example, I might cut all my hair off instead of realizing I could still have similar energy to him and have my hair. You
Yes.
see what I'm saying?
Have your hair and have similar energy. You don't have to cut your hair off.
You don't have to cut your hair. You don't even have to be a rapper. You don't even have to be famous. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You could us three in this room. If I affect you, you're gonna affect your group. She's gonna affect her group, and I'm gonna affect my group. That's all we need.
That's right.
You got a family, or y'all got a family. I got a family, and then we got our own personal circles.
Yes, sir.
So if you out at the hookah bar and you're out getting some Nooney's cookies, you're gonna spread that energy. You know what I'm saying? Just for an example,
Right.
you're gonna spread that energy to each person. And if we do that, there goes change.
There goes change. So in other words, be a branch off a tree.
Off a tree, and
Yep.
each branch is different on a tree.
Each branch is different. Each root is different.
Exactly.
It might rain on this side of the tree, and that side of the tree that might not get no rain. We witnessed that last week.
Huh.
It was raining. It was literally raining on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
So that side of the tree might get all the nutrients of the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and this side is just like, what happened to us, Lord?
Yeah.
Anyway. But I get what you're saying. Be a branch to each other, a network.
Exactly, because all those branches on the tree covers the ground.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Leaves, everything during the winter, spring, or fall, that tree continuously grows. So we can rely on each other.
Right.
You got different parts of the tree, different parts of the plant, and everybody play their part.
Everybody play their part.
Everybody play their part. The leaves ain't trying to be the branch,
No,
and the roots ain't trying to be the stalk
no,
or nothing like that.
nothing
So
like
if you just play your part, we can go strong. Won't nothing be able to. You notice most trees during weather storms don't get knocked down.
that. Most trees.
Most trees don't get. They might split. A couple branches might fall off, but the tree itself,
Right.
it takes a pretty strong storm for a tree to be uprooted.
That thing will blow way this way
Mm-hmm.
and way that way and won't break.
Uh-uh.
A lot of them.
Exactly.
A lot of them.
People might pass, animals might pass, small plants might pass, but most strong structures like trees that are made from the earth, made from nature, made from God, whatever you want to say, they seen more than we'll ever see.
That's
Like
right.
they say, if these walls could talk.
If these walls could talk. And
So-
I love the way you verbalized, trees, and the network and people. Not I verbalized that wrong. You were trying to say that the way people interact with each other
Mm-hmm.
is relative, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not relative. I think I can use relative. The way people work together and live together is relative to how a tree grows.
Exactly.
It's everybody plays their role. Every branch plays its role. Every
Mhm.
root plays its role. The
Mhm.
bark plays a role.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's the same thing in life. We have a network of people, and redirect me if I'm going in the wrong direction, but we have networks that we work within in society, in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to play their role, just like nature. Nature plays their role every day.
Exactly.
A lot of people get mad because people eat deer or I'm a wild animal fanatic. I like watching animals hunt each other.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in the comments, people are complaining, "Oh my God, how can y'all video such a thing?" Ma'am, whether we video this or not, it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
It's gonna
Exactly.
What am I supposed to do? Jump in the way and say,
Yeah.
"Cat, don't kill Bambi"?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna eat me then.
Crocodile don't eat those fish.
Yeah, crocodile
Yeah.
don't eat the fish. Hippopotamus don't stomp on the snake like that. And get it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So, I'm bringing that up because, nature's going to happen. But nature works that way for a reason, because every animal, every plant, every flower, every tree, the desert, water, the bodies of water, everything is here for a reason. Sharks, octopus, trout, whatever animal you can think of, they're here for a reason.
Exactly.
And we are too. So we all have to work in our network to make things work properly.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what we are. Even the animal's feces, when you use it, you can use it as fertilizer.
When the animals
poop, when
Yes.
they crap, you can use that. Everything in nature is used.
Yes, sir.
So it's like we can't sit over here and, well, you only do this. So it's like, nah,
Right.
Everybody plays their part. Look, you had the brother on earlier. So in his career, if he didn't do this interview, he wouldn't have had practice.
Right.
He might not know how to answer the questions,
Right.
and nobody would have known who he is.
Right.
Now, this might not be so-called 97.9 The Box, but it's a radio station, which means you emit radio waves, or your radio waves people can hear
Yes, sir.
what they're saying.
Yes, sir.
You just helped him out.
Yes, sir.
You allowed him to express himself.
Yes, sir.
And you didn't sit back and judge, well, I listened to this. No, you helped him out. You let him be himself. So
That's right.
you done played your part.
That's right.
Whether how big or small someone might perceive it, you did something huge
Yes, sir.
according to nature. So yeah, that's
According to nature,
exactly.
people need to be heard.
Everybody needs to be heard. You need a vent just like I need a vent.
That's right.
Just like she needs to vent. We all need a
Oh, don't get her started. Don't get her started. Venting, man. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
But everybody does need to vent.
Mm-hmm.
And I internalize mine a lot more than most people. But my outlets, I have outlets. I don't. My venting can be as simple as going in that closet and being Malone for a minute. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I internalize a lot. I can go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and just do some breathing tactics. So, yeah, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Other people, they gotta hit the wall. They gotta hit a punching bag. They gotta hit
Exactly.
somebody. They gotta drink a bottle of liquor. They gotta
Yeah.
smoke some weed. I don't need none of that. I just need to be left alone
Mm-hmm.
and internalize what's happening, and that's my therapy.
Yeah.
That's my therapy. What's your therapy?
Man, I'm similar. I just need some space alone, or watch me some Columbo or whatever little shows I like to watch.
I said Columbo, an old soul.
Yeah, I just like my little shows, man. I like the shows I used to watch. I don't know, it don't have as much garbage. I don't say garbage, but I can just sit back and chill. You know, I'm the same way. Write something down. I can sit in the dark and just go walk around outside when there's no traffic.
Right.
Just listen to the trees and the wind blow. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
that's. And then I got my wife too. If I need to talk and
Right.
get something off my chest, I can talk to her. She's real good at that. I'm told women don't do that no more. My woman, if I need to talk, I can go talk to her and she'll listen to me. She won't. Well, you need to do da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, I don't want to say back talk, but there's no talking back. It's just listening, as she can do with me.
Right.
When she needs to. Sometimes you just need to get it out your body.
Right.
It's like when you eat food, you crap out the toxins.
Mm.
You know, so
I live with somebody like that.
yeah,
They spew out toxins sometimes. But I do my best with it. Sometimes I don't necessarily agree. But she's like that. I'm not so much. And I think sometimes she's like, why don't you just talk about it instead of holding it in? But it's just me. It's just me. That's where I grew up. But her, she is gonna let you have it. And every chance she gets, she's gonna vent, and I
have to release it.
I just want to be heard. And she says it all the time. I just want you to hear me.
I just want you to hear me.
and that's your job to listen,
Because if I hold it in,
huh?
God help you.
Yeah.
God help you, because I will explode. I mean, I have to vent, because some things, if I hold them in, I notice my anxiety goes through the roof, my blood pressure goes through the roof. If I release it, I feel like I can control all these different things that are going on in my body. And I'm really big on the energy. Like, energy makes me sick if it's bad. Physically sick. And I feel like sometimes if I'm holding stuff in and not talking about it, or not expressing how I feel about certain things, then I'm holding in that bad energy that is just pure evil. I mean, it can turn into so many different things, and it changes me a lot. I've noticed a lot of changes within me because I've bit my tongue, or because I haven't expressed certain things, or because I've allowed you to hurt me, and I've allowed you to disrespect me, and I've allowed you to make me feel less of a person. Then I feel like it has definitely and we talked about this last week. I feel like the people that I'm trying to stay away from that produce all this negative energy, I'm actually being turned into somebody that is more negative than positive these days. And it has a lot to do with what's going on in the world, and what people think they can and can't do, and different things like that. So I have to release it, and he's my sounding board. If I need to vent, he's between him and my best friend. But I they both have. I got like a female best friend and a male best friend. They both have the most amazing advice, and they can really make me think of something in a different way. When
That's
I'm
good.
thinking this, and this, and sometimes they only have to say one word, and I'm like, you're right. I didn't think about it like that. And it just, I don't know, it just takes me to a whole nother place. I just can't stand, the negative energy.
Huetricity is HUETRICITI. I got it on Instagram. Y'all go check it out. They have all kinds of natural products. Right now, it's all about your dental hygiene, and they're working on. She doesn't want to be on camera, y'all, but I want y'all to see me talking. We don't want to ignore our listening audience. Your wife is saying When you said Columbo, she said LOL or Texas Ranger.
Oh yeah, I watch Walker too. That's my boy right there. Yeah.
That's your wife, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No. Oh no.
Thank you for tuning in, Jessica. She said or Texas Ranger. Tubby's been quite active on here. He said we were talking about something earlier, and he has a song. He says I talked about that in my song Evolution X. He has a song. He's a singer and a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a show here every Thursday night from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. It's called Lifted Vibes.
Lifted Vibes. Okay.
So, yes, sir. He talked about something we were talking. What was he talking? What were we talking about?
You guys were talking about the government and everything with rapping.
Yes.
You say he discussed all that. I think I remember
Right.
seeing that earlier.
Okay. Okay. Talking about the rapping and
The rap, yeah.
the government is controlling us and all that.
Exactly.
You spoke about that in Evolution X. Your wife says excited to hear what Zulu has coming. Who is Zulu? Is that
Oh, that's
you?
me. Inyar Zulu. Yeah.
You're Zulu.
Inyar, yeah.
Talk to us about what you have coming up, sir.
Oh, that was the show she was talking about. Rely.
Rely.
Yeah, Rely, the show I'll be doing on here.
And so you picked Thursdays?
Yeah, Thursdays.
So Thursdays you're actually going to be right before Tubby, so you guys will interchange.
Oh, okay.
You'll be leaving as he's coming in.
Okay.
And then we actually picked 7:30 to 9:30 because his show goes live at 10. That way it gives us a little bit of time to cross over,
Got you.
take pictures with him and his guests, and then bring you in, to where you can get settled and settle your guests. But, you always want to have that 15 minutes to, interchange the shows at least so that, you have time to take pictures with your guests and stuff or tell them about your show for the next week or whatever. So we're super excited to have him joining the Real Talk 100 team. Anybody that's ever been with us, we all become family. So everybody, tune in, support. Will you be doing interviews on your show?
Yeah, I'll be doing interviews. I'm similar to y'all. I want some businesses, and plus I want to, since I'm on here, some single fathers,
Oh, nice.
single mothers too. But I think a lot of men, especially black men, get a rep like we don't take care of the kids.
Right.
And I got not quite a few. I got a couple partners who are on child support, but got the kid 24/7.
Right.
Or have to fight to go see the kid. Like I had one partner who traveled to Oklahoma every weekend after getting off work, after having to do all kinds of jobs just to keep his money for his daughter. Wouldn't even spend it on him. You saw him walking around in the same thing he'd been wearing, and then saving that money to drive to Oklahoma to go see her.
Right.
So you get a lot of that, and I don't think,
It's talked about.
yeah, it's not talked about
The
enough.
negative is talked about, and that's one thing I can definitely understand. With my ex and my kids, the judge ordered him to pay me $1,200 a month in child support.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to the judge and told him $150. That's it. So he was doing something because I made more money. I had really good insurance, so I didn't need him to provide insurance for the kids. All I wanted him to be was active in their life. But in these days and age, we don't always get what we want. But one thing with me is my kids were at the age to where, and I don't know if I was right or wrong, but as a mother protecting her children, I let them spending time with him be their decision. Not so much to where they were forced to go spend time
Got
with
you.
him.
Okay.
Because they would come home from visits with him talking about he didn't spend any time with them. He was with his girlfriend. All he did was yell and cuss at them, and So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna put the ball in your court. If you want to go to your dad's this weekend, it's up to you. And I would tell him, you need to call the kids and ask them if they want to come, because I'm not forcing my kids to go. If they're not happy there, I'm not going to do that. And a lot of people, like I literally had a judge tell me that I was in contempt of court because I wasn't forcing my kids to go. And I'm like, forcing my kids to go seems like it would be abuse in some form. I'm abusing my children by forcing them to be with somebody that's abusing them. And then interchanging different women in and out of his life. And that was one thing we agreed on when we divorced, is that we wouldn't introduce anybody to our children unless it was serious. And I kept my end of the deal. But every time they went to him, they got to meet somebody new. And there was a particular time where And I'm not saying if you've ever done drugs before that you can't fix it and you can't be good and be drug free and stuff, because I know so many people do leave that life alone. But he was with somebody that was a recovering crack addict. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, heroin addict, something like that.
Mhm.
And one thing about me is I always did a background check on anyone that was going to be around my kids.
That's smart.
I'm over protective, and I tell him, okay, you're dating her. I need to know where she lives, what she does. Does she have children? You know, I need to do a background check on her because she's going to be around my children. Now, my children were at the age where they could tell me if something happened, but I don't want you telling me after the fact. I want to know before,
Exactly.
you know, if anything's going to happen. And I only really have one girl that really fought me on giving me that information, and it turned out that she didn't have her kids. So here I am thinking, you want my children to go into a house with a woman who's lost her kids.
Ooh.
Why?
Hmm.
Why did she lose her kids? Abuse, neglect, you know,
Yeah.
what happened? And because you wouldn't physically tell me, then my kids can't go.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why she lost her kids. And if she lost her kids, it's hard for a mother, especially in Texas, to lose her children.
That's true.
You got to really have a good case against that woman for her. When it comes to a husband and wife getting custody, Texas is more for the moms.
That's true.
So, you know, but I always made sure I communicated with them. We talked on the way. We talked while they were there. They had to call me and tell me good night every night because we had a routine. And my kids don't go to bed without me telling them good night and asking them how their day was. And he would get mad because I would make the kids call and stuff. And it got to a point to where I didn't have to worry about him anymore because he became an absent father. But it had nothing to do with child support. I
Yeah.
wasn't forcing him to pay child support to see his kids. I couldn't care less. You know, like I said, I turned it from $1,200 down to $150 because I didn't need his money. I needed him present. You know, so I think that's a really, really good topic to have because I do know that a lot of men get that bad rap of not taking care of their family, but 9 times out of 10 is because the women are holding their kids hostage.
Exactly.
And that's something I never wanted to do with my children ever in life. I don't think I ever said, no, you can't have the kids, except for the one time where I was questioning the safety of my children.
Exactly.
And it wasn't like I said, you know, you can't have them, period. You can't have them until I get the information that I desire.
Exactly.
And it turned out that, you know, she happened to be married with somebody with money and had money to get a fancy lawyer and was able to, you know, fight her for custody. And he won. It wasn't that she did anything wrong. It was just that she was married to a man that had money. Had power. So I was very happy to hear that. You know, that my kids weren't going into anything, you know, out of hand. So I really think it's important that listeners hear the other side of that.
Very true.
For sure. Because I know as a female, I've ranted and raved about my ex-husband so many times about what he's not done. I literally called him one time and I said, I had 3 kids.
Oh, you look good.
They were all a year apart and 3 kids in school. 3 kids I gotta feed. 3 kids I gotta take on vacation. Everything was 3. So I remember calling him one time and I said, okay, I bought all the school supplies. I bought all their clothes. Can you buy them a couple of pairs of shoes apiece? Well, that's what I pay child support for. Okay.
Oh,
You
wow.
only pay $150 of $1,200. You've only seen them once in 6 months, and you can't buy them a $5 pair of shoes, a $10 pair of shoes.
Wow.
You know, so I can't wait for that to be a topic because, you know, I'm not anti-man.
Yeah.
You know, fathers. I know there's a lot of really good fathers out there. And fathers that take on responsibility. I mean, he took on my 3 kids 10 years ago. And he didn't have to do that. And he was an amazing role model to them. More so trying to be their friend than a father, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, he didn't want to come in as somebody that the kids would end up resenting or hating. Or, you know, so he's always been the good cop in our family.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I went from the best cop to the bad cop, and I hate that. But you know, he got down to their level and talked to them,
Hmm.
you know, like literally eye to eye and broke things down for them. And although they didn't listen most of the time, you know, a lot of men won't do that.
Hmm.
You know, to me, a real father is somebody that takes on that responsibility. I mean, because anybody can make a baby.
Yeah.
Make you a father.
Exactly.
You know, so I'm
Exactly.
excited about that. That's going to be a wonderful topic. I will definitely
So that
tune in for that.
so I was distracted. That's one of the topics you'll be discussing on your show.
Yeah, that's one of the topics I want to have. I want to push that out there because my dad was a lot of they say, oh, you always got these black fathers on. Like, nah, man, my father was in my life.
Right.
He took time to talk to me
Yes, sir.
and he paid attention to me.
Yes, sir.
They're like, David, I noticed you doing this. And you know, it's like, hold on, Pops. You're not just gonna call me out. You know, like, hold on, wait a minute. You know, I'm at that age where I think I'm grown.
Right.
I think I know it all. So instead of, and then we would have conversations. If I felt like he was doing something wrong, he would be like, all right, so why do you think I'm doing this wrong? What's making you? And if we would come to like a agreement, like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but this is where I'm coming from. This is why I'm doing it. Or I see where you're coming from, and I won't come at you like that. I can see because when I was young, blah blah blah.
Right.
So it's like I think you got a lot of men in black because they make these movies too to make it seem like all these everybody's been to jail. Everybody used to be a crack dealer. Everybody used to do this. Like, man, the 70s, the 60s, and the 70s produced some big businesses, family, men and women.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't just about crack.
Yes, sir.
Like, you from Fifth Ward, Acres Home, Third Ward, used to have meat businesses over there.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember Acres Home Taxi.
No.
They used to have an Acres Home Taxi where they used to take people in a Greenspoint taxi that was owned by a black guy, I believe,
I
or
didn't know that
family.
either.
Yeah, they used to have it before the cops kept harassing them, and they had to pretty much shut it down. And Yellow Cab took all the contracts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was a lot of businesses that came out that time. There was a lot of meat markets that we had. What is it? West Montgomery? Well, they used to have car shops. Black guys would be all up and down there. You used to go down there and get your pieces. And like, you don't have that anymore. All of it disappeared. The gas stations or the mom and pop shops. You had record stores. You had places where you can get gas or just corner grocery stores, which is why you don't have a lot of HEBs and Krogers in the hood because we had our own grocery stores. And Acres Home used to be all farmland, majority farmland.
I remember that.
So the Fifth Ward, if I'm not mistaken.
I was too young for that, but my mom used to talk about it.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, man, of my people in the show. I'm like, man, this used to be this before they built the freeway through here.
Right.
You know, so it's like, I want to get that out there more. Like, man, it wasn't always what we know now is hood.
That's it.
Hood back in the day used to be growing your own food, you know, protecting your own community.
Yes.
If you go over there and talk crazy to Mrs. Clark, you know,
Might get your head too.
yeah, exactly. And it won't just be by her kids.
Right.
It'll be by the block. Hey, what you say to Miss Clark?
That's right.
No. Say that same thing to me.
That's right.
I remember when I was young, I used to go to church in Third Ward. And at the time, you had a couple of street gangs. It wasn't no Crip or Blood or nothing. It was just people thinking they had their own territory. And we had a security guard and told the guys, don't touch these. None of these babies better get shot at or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that. And they didn't do it. When church was over and everybody was gone, they go on about their business. And there were certain streets you can go down where cops couldn't go down. They're like, oh, let me go back to the police department because I'm not even going to deal with them people.
I'm not even going down there.
Exactly. So, I mean, I want to kind of push that and show the unity that we did have. You know,
Bring it back.
Bring that lost energy back.
Bring it
You
back.
know,
Yes,
bring
sir.
that back to where the kids now can say, oh, it was cool to be a doctor.
Yeah.
And come back to your neighborhood
Mhm.
and fix up your people and give them natural and,
Right.
Natural, I forgot the word for it, but cures naturally and cures by the medicinal or whatever. So, I want to raise that energy back up.
Bring the awareness, because a lot of kids, if you talk to them like you're talking to me right now, it'll sound like Chinese.
True.
What?
True.
I ain't gonna be no doctor. I'm gonna sell this dope.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna play football or basketball. That's all they know. They don't know that it's cool, and that's why. Dang, what was that football player's name? I loved him in football. He went to Florida State University. Man, I forgot his name, but anyway, he broke he broke the cycle, and for the same reasons that you're giving,
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to bring awareness. Yeah, I'm a roll, roll. I forgot his first name. His last name was Rolle. He went to Florida State University, played for the Seminoles. He was a safety, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Good, very athletic,
Huh.
hit hard, all of that.
Hmm.
All American, this and all American that, all the way from high school, all the way through college. Went to the NFL, quit the NFL to become a what? A doctor.
See, yeah, I like that.
A doctor.
Yeah.
Look his name up. I forgot
Last name Rolle.
Rolle. He's now a doctor, a practicing doctor. I forgot if he's a surgeon. I believe he's a brain surgeon.
Oh, see, that's what we need.
I believe he's a brain surgeon.
Yeah.
But look that name up. It goes right along with what you're talking about. And a lot of people were shocked. They were like, wow, a doctor. I didn't even know that. I just knew him as All-American safety
Huh.
at Florida State. You know, all I know is his coach was Bobby Bowden and all this and all of that.
Yeah.
They didn't know nothing about. He was, you know, he had a doctorate.
Ooh.
Yeah, at playing football. So yeah, that goes along. So okay, so you're gonna bring this back to the community. You're gonna bring it back that it's cool to be a doctor. It's cool to live off the land like we used to. It's cool for a community to actually be a community.
Mhm.
And I wish you had sat in on the last show, the show before ours. It was called Kicking It Live with Lady Cassandra show. She's a gospel singer, but she wants to bring awareness to the community. And she talks a lot about this too.
Mm.
And her subject right now is why have we allowed society to take our kids away from us?
Hmm.
That's her subject right now. And that's related to what you're talking about here when you said if you talk out of line to Miss Barbara over there, the
Yeah.
whole hood might take your head off.
Exactly.
Not just Miss Barbara's kids,
Yeah.
but everybody in the hood. And if you do that today in today's society, you know, you might get shot, you might get a shootout in the middle of the street. It wasn't like that back in the day.
Nah.
Because everybody knew what it was. He spoke out of line to Miss Barbara and we took care of it.
Exactly.
That was it.
Exactly.
It wasn't no, okay, that's cool, but I'm going to get my gun and I'm going to come back and shoot all y'all. This is craziness.
Yeah.
It's craziness. You know?
Yeah.
So basically, you want to let society know in your upcoming show that is called
Rely.
Rely.
Rauli. Rely.
Rauli.
Mm-hmm.
That show is coming to Real Talk 100 Radio's platform very, very soon. They're going to be teaching about, I'm sure they're going to be highlighting and creating awareness about their own small business, which is called Hutricity.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they have a lot of dental hygiene products because they're saying they believe that a lot of the products that are on the shelves in our grocery stores that we use to brush our teeth and rinse our mouth are basically killing us.
Yeah.
Basically killing us. So they'll be talking about that.
Mhm.
They'll also be talking about bringing our community back, teaching our community and our society that it's okay to think old school sometimes.
Yeah. It's okay to love your brother and sister. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's okay to love your brother and sister. Everybody hates each other these days.
Yeah. Trying to one up everybody. Like, nah, so hey, look.
It's crazy, ain't it? I mean, just hating people for no reason.
For no reason.
We wasn't born to hate,
Nah.
but everybody hates each other like it's breathing air.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this right here is his name is Nayar. His wife will be
How
on
do you say it? How do you pronounce it?
Nayar Zulu. That's
Nayar.
Yeah.
Nayar Zulu
Mhm.
is his name. Your wife will be on the show with you
Oh yeah, she'll be on there sometimes. Yeah,
sometimes.
she'll be on there sometime with me. She's a I call her a Hula. She does home births, so she can get the tubs for you. And then she'll be a postpartum doula
Okay.
when you need that. So yeah, she does her thing with that. So yeah, we got the tubs. She'll set the candles up. She'll have you feeling real nice. Cause I deliver both my kids, so
Okay.
we want to put that in the hands of other families. If you want to do a home birth, now all we're looking for now is a midwife to work with her.
Okay.
So she's gonna be on there. I'm gonna let her talk more about that, but I had to say that real quick. But yeah, she does that. She's gonna make, if you don't want to go to the hospital and be forced to do anything, she's gonna set it up for you, and we're gonna find a midwife, and we're gonna make sure you good medically, naturally. She has people that does herbs for her.
Wow.
so on and so forth. So yeah, she does that. So we're connected. You know, we do this together.
I love that.
Mm.
I watch a lot of those like on TikTok and Reels. A lot of people
Mhm.
are actually doing the live birth at home and they're videotaping it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I watched a lady give birth the other day, standing up, bent over the counter in her kitchen, and the husband was, if you can visualize it, she's standing up and he's right here to catch the baby. behind
Yeah.
her. And I was like, I can't imagine how comfortable that could be. But I've watched babies being born laying in a bed and it doesn't look comfortable either.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, she was no medicine, you know, fought through the whole thing. And I was just like, wow, how beautiful, you know. But I always thought, you know, if I ever got blessed with a baby, would I want to have a home birth? And then I'm thinking, what if the baby drowns? They're being born into water, but everyone was like, Lisa, they're in water. You know, so, but I was worried about stuff like that. And then, of course, I watch, you know, you mentioned your shows, but I watch like the Chicago Fire, Chicago MD, the 911s, that all the cops and the Grey's Anatomy and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, she likes
so
that show.
You see stuff like that all the time, and it's just, wow, what a wonderful job. I can't wait to hear more about that. That is beautiful.
Birth and postpartum doula
Yep, there she goes right there.
is what his wife is chiming in and saying that's what she is. So they're going to be bringing a lot to this upcoming show,
Mhm.
and we can't wait to hear more because I try my best to be. I'm not going to say a health fanatic, but I try my best to counter all of my vices. Like I told you earlier, I smoke a little hookah, smoke a little cigar, I drink, but I try to balance my vices with eating plenty of fruits, eating plenty of vegetables, and drinking plenty of water. Okay, so I try. A lot of people don't.
That's true.
And
That's true.
and I brought that up because I would love to learn more, you know, about, like, I didn't pay much attention to my boy. Shout out again to Lather and More. Shout out again, but he's been on us. He's been on me, especially for I'm going to say about 6 or 7 years about using natural products. And Malcolm, what's your favorite soap? I'll tell him Irish Spring. Irish Spring is killing you, man. You need to use some of this natural soap I have over here. We got every scent you want, and he's got scents. He's got soaps. Lisa, help me out. Lotions, soaps,
Lotions, candles, I think.
Candles. It's all
lip
natural.
Balm,
Lip balms.
Beard oil, I think, or beard lotion or something.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, he's got a nice selection, and his soaps are actually good. You know, because we bought other stuff before, and with soap, he'll use a whole bar every time he takes a shower, so it has to lather up. You know, he likes that lathering effect. And I've noticed with a lot of natural products, you don't get that lather like you do in regular soaps, but his lathers up wonderfully. You know, and it does make you feel cleaner after you use it. It's strange that you actually can tell the difference.
Your body can feel
You know,
it.
when you buy
Body
the
can tell.
box soaps, you feel like you have a residue still left on your body. You know, it's like you're not clean. And we bought something not too long ago, and I used it in the shower, and I was like, I don't feel clean. You know, I don't know what this is. It was some kind of generic bubble of like body wash or something. And I used it, and I was like, I don't feel clean. This does not make me feel clean. But his soaps definitely do. It's definitely good products.
Upcoming show to Real Talk 100 Radio is coming real soon. Is there anything you want to say in the last 10, 15 minutes of the show that you want to tell them about your show? We've talked about the name. That's a question right there. How did you come up with that name? You wanted it to speak for itself. Tell us what the acronym stands for again.
Rely.
I caught him off guard. I'm sorry.
There we go. Rebooting and uniting lost energies.
Rebooting, reuniting lost energies.
Yeah, rebooting and uniting lost
rebooting
energies.
Rebooting and uniting
lost energies.
Lisa, can you write that out in the comments for me?
Okay, tell me again.
Rebooting.
and uniting lost energies.
Yes, yes, sir. Rebooting. Oh, rebooting. REBOOTING.
That is the name of the show. It's coming
and
up.
uniting.
Lost energies. Spell that with an I. INNERGY. Yep. And yep, INNERGY. Because it's inside of us. That's why I use the.
Yes, sir. Rebooting and uniting lost energies is the name of the show.
And you say rely, so we can start relying on each other.
Relying on each other
Exactly. So
by rebooting and uniting lost energies.
Exactly.
So we're relying on each other. That's the play on words, y'all. That's the show that's coming to Real Talk 100 Radio. Have we decided on a date and time yet?
Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30.
Thursdays, every Thursday night from 7:30 to 9:30, y'all. 2-hour show. Rely, rebooting and uniting lost energies.
I want to say this too, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be more than just talking. I'm also trying to gather those who want to take some action.
Okay.
So we can start actually doing something.
Not just talking about it.
Not just talking about it. I'm going to have the show to talk about it, but I use that name to kind of attract those who are like, hey, I'm feeling what you're saying.
Right.
What can we do?
Yes.
It could be money, it could be time, it could be work. Whatever that is. But I feel like if I go on here and raise all this money and I don't got nobody to do the work, then I might as well just give it back.
Right.
If my family's good and people are still not doing, following themselves, it's like, okay, well then I just did it. And we don't need that much, So I want to raise money. I want to raise awareness to those who want to do it. And I'm not trying to talk anybody, hey, follow me. This is the way. No. Whatever you feel you do. I don't know how to be a carpenter. So if I need someone to help build houses, I need that carpenter to show me and do his job.
Yes.
And then show the kids how to do it. Like I know a lot of kids now don't know how to change a tire.
No, it's
so
sad, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I know a lot of kids that don't know how to put gas in a car.
See, I believe you too.
Our daughter put diesel in ours.
Ooh.
2018 Nissan Pathfinder.
I don't mean to laugh at your
It
daughter.
was 2 years old, and I had taught her how to put gas in the car. So I'm confident. Can I put the gas in the car? I was like, yeah, sure. I taught her.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she listened to me, and I've seen her pump gas before.
Exactly.
She gets out and she grabs diesel and
Too busy flirting with the boy.
so yeah, needless to say, we don't have a 2018 Pathfinder.
We had
Oh.
just replaced our whole engine in it because the engine went out 2 months prior to this.
Oh.
Just got our car back. Hadn't even had it 2 weeks and she put diesel in it and blew it again.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a bad year.
Ooh.
Bad year, needless
Wow.
to say.
Yeah, so our kids need to be taught some
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids do need to be taught these things, and I guess I did teach, but they need to be. We need to oversee them too.
Exactly.
We need to. What's the word I'm looking for? Not only oversee, but direct.
Yeah, and they need a lot of direction. Yeah, redirect it.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of kids needed, and my fault.
Accountability, you're already taking.
Yes, sir. I kicked myself in the butt still today because that was a beautiful car, man. We missed that car, but I still kick myself in the butt. But yeah, parents, we need to hold ourselves accountable when it comes to our kids. Not only teach them, but you need to oversee what they're doing, direct them, redirect them, and that goes along with the last show too. She's kind of upset that there aren't any more villages raising our kids. Yeah, she's upset with that too. I think y'all would have a great conversation.
Let's talk to her. Yeah.
But
maybe we can talk to her about him coming in next week on her show.
maybe so.
Get people acclimated to him if it's
Right.
not too much trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can definitely do
Because-
that.
Because one thing we believe on is our shows all, like Tubby has done tonight. He has shown, very, very much support. We're all a family up here. So if we can interview on each other's shows and bring awareness to our show, we're helping each other grow. And
Exactly.
and we're helping each other get to that next level. Your people are now learning about this show. His people are now learning about your show. It's a great way to grow your network. So, you know, if you're not busy next Monday, if you want to come back up during her show is 6 to 7
Okay.
p.m. And maybe if you could bring your wife, you know, the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
are welcome to sit in the lobby if you know you have kids, or even in here if they're quiet.
They're not quiet.
No, but I'm just saying it's a family place.
You can hang that up.
They're welcome. Is basically what I'm saying with that. You know, maybe you can sit in with her, and then she can come back and maybe interview on your show.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that's exactly what I'm about. All right, I'm definitely down with that.
Wonderful.
In
Way to go, Tubby, because I see him on every
Yeah,
show.
I saw.
See him tuning in
Yeah.
and supporting, and you know that's great because we're not going to get to that next level without helping each other. So,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
playing your role is what Nair said. Most of the show, play your role in our communities, in society. Play your role in your family. Play your role with your kids. I think I'm pretty much summing it up. Well, not really summing it up, but I'm giving you an overview of what him and his wife's show is going to be about. We don't want to keep y'all up all night long. I'm going to let Nair say his closing thoughts on the show tonight. Anything we may have missed out on tonight that I didn't ask, that you didn't expound upon, this is the time I want you to get it out, my man. Was there anything we missed tonight?
No, you know, I've enjoyed the conversation. Thursday night, 7:30 to 9:30, starting next month. Any single fathers out there, anybody that wants to build and or has tried to build and work with different organizations and something was wrong, any businesses that, you know, are trying to come up and you might not have the so-called, you know, paperwork, let's work with each other and let's build. That's what I'm about. Let's build. But yeah, listen to the show. Listen to the show and let's build. Let's make something happen. Let's start really relying on each other. You know,
really relying on each other, not just. And I say this all the time. I'll say this in closing. I say this all the time. You know, it's kind of sad sometimes, whether you live in an apartment complex or whether you live in a neighborhood. It's kind of sad sometimes when you don't even know your own neighbor. Your neighbor could be that missing piece that you need. He might be the technician that you need. He might be the auto mechanic that you need. He might have the knowledge that you're missing to get to the next level. But a lot of times we walk outside together, we pick up the newspaper together, we take the trash out and never even speak. Sometimes we might
get the little head nod. What's up, man? Yeah.
But you never, hey, neighbor, how's it going, man? My name is such and such and such and such. And I get on the elevator right here in this building all the time. And I make it a point to speak. How's it going, sir? You work here in the building? Yes, sir. What do you do, sir? You know, just small talk,
exactly.
Getting to know people, because a lot of people, they act like they're scared to talk to people. And I'm trying to let y'all know that is what Nair's show is going to be talking about. You know, working together as a community. Working together as a community, and you can't work with them if you don't even speak to them.
Exactly. True.
Right?
Exactly.
At least speak to the man. Speak to the woman. A lot of people stop being scared of each other. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what race you are. Start talking to people and connecting with people and networking with people. If you rewind the tape, if you're just now tuning in, we talked about how trees, how nature, how wild animals, how sharks, how everything works together to make the world work. Same thing is related. It's relatable to life. It's relatable to relationships that we build with other people. Work together, network with people, and make things work. If he has a goal, these 10 people that stand on this wall over here, they're imaginary. But these imaginary 10 people that are standing on the wall right here, if they have the skills that he needs to make it to the next level, why aren't we working together to help him get to the next level? I say this too. Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky, whoever you can think of that won a lot of rings, a lot of championships, they didn't win those rings by themselves. They had a team.
Exactly.
They had a network of people that helped them. There she
Uh-oh.
is. There's wifey, y'all.
Yeah,
She'll be on the
wifey.
show too
Where's
sometime.
Linda?
She's up there.
Oh.
But thank you for coming tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Wifey, did you have something to say in closing, ma'am? No, nope, you're standing in the
Oh, don't be
background. Don't be.
I was doing a lot of talking on them.
Yes, ma'am. They will be on an upcoming show here at Real Talk 100 Radio every Thursday night from 7:30 to 9:30. This was just an introduction to their show. We're so happy to have them. They're kind of deep, and I need somebody deep around me. When I say deep, I mean mental. It's mental and it's societal, and I think I need more of that around me. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful y'all are coming.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that.
You're welcome, ma'am. That brings our show to a conclusion tonight. I lost my DJ. I'm gonna have to get over here and run the board for a second, but we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all soon. I'm not sure when we're going live on air again, but we've got a lot going on at Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all keep it locked. The rest of the night on our station, we've got good music for the old heads and the young heads. We've got good music every night for the old heads and the young heads. Just tune in by clicking the link in our bio on Facebook or Instagram. We've got links everywhere. Click that link, get your jam on. We've got old school Southern soul, and we've got new school R&B and rap, y'all. If you're a music artist and you'd like to spin your music on Real Talk 100 Radio, all you got to do is send your music to the following email in MP3 form only. That's music@realtalk100radio.com. Music@realtalk100radio.com. If you're a small business and you would like to create awareness about your small business and be sitting right here where Nair and his wife are sitting, creating awareness about your business, all you have to do is text interview to 936-333-1969. If you want a show, text show to the same number, 936-333-1969. That's all we got tonight from the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show, y'all. Watch us next week, next Monday night from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. We'll be right back with another small business. Thank you again, Noonie Treats on Instagram and Facebook for sponsoring the show tonight. She's got some of the best sweets in all of Texas, y'all. I promise you that. My personal favorite, I got to say this before I get out there. The peanut brittle is off the hook, y'all. It's off the hook. We had chocolate chip cookies tonight, and we had oatmeal raisin with pecans tonight. I'm like Nair. I'm not really. He doesn't like the nuts. I don't like the raisins.
Yeah.
I'll eat the nuts and the oatmeal, but them raisins got to go.
Yeah.
So I'll probably sit there the rest of the night picking the raisins out of my cookie.
Yep.
That's what it is. Good night, everybody. From After Dark, Malcolm and Lisa. Good night, everybody. From the family. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Oh, peace. Appreciate the invite.